If someone were pretending to be an atheist, but were secretly a Christian, would you be able to tell? There's a channel here on YouTube called Jubilee, and they did this before where one person had to pretend to be a Christian. They get a whole group of people, 7 people, and one of them is like the mole and has to pretend to be something that they're not. And on the one I watched before, it was this guy who was pretending to be a Christian, but he was really an atheist. And I chose right. On today's video, all 7 people act like they're atheists, but one is secretly a Christian. And I'm going to see if I can figure out who it is. I'm going to do a blind react to this video, and I could be way off, but I guess we'll find out. 6 atheists, 1 Christian, in a fight to the death. Okay, maybe it's not that serious.
We brought together 7 atheists. 1 is a liar. If the group discovers who the liar is, they'll win a cash prize. If the liar survives, they win a cash prize. This is Odd Men Out.
My game plan is to try and trip people up by talking about their worldview.
I have a list of questions prepared. My main goal is just to not get eliminated immediately.
Yeah, the other half of this is just convincing everyone that I am an atheist, and I don't think that's going to be hard to do.
I'm kind of suspicious of Joey because he has a profile picture with double horns, but it also looks like he's Jesus.
You make fun of religion a little bit in like a nice way. I hope they get it.
I'm going to be looking for people who do not confidently say why they're an atheist.
Hopefully I can suss out that Christian and bring home the money.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
What up, everyone? All right, I got a question. What type of atheist are you?
Agnostic.
Secular humanist.
Straight up atheist.
Agnostic.
Agnostic atheist.
Agnostic too.
Oh, too many agnostics. That's going to be so hard.
Anyone grew up with religion?
No.
All right, so my first thought is when the girl just says just straight up atheist. Most atheists that I know don't say just straight up atheist. They'll use some sort of agnostic atheist or secular humanist or something like that and not say just straight up atheist. So I'm watching you, girl.
Raised Hindu.
Raised Catholic.
Same.
I was raised Catholic too.
The Joes raised Catholic. Okay.
I know, right?
Why'd you leave?
I was raised in a Colombian Catholic family, and being queer as well did not really feel like the place for me. I tapped into Presbyterian and Quakerism, but honestly, I'm just better off without religion. I have found happiness without religion.
Pragmatic atheism, I would say, would define my atheism more so. I'm definitely not agnostic.
What are you guys' views on deconverting people?
Love it.
Ooh, I think that's a touchy one.
I feel like it's not really my place.
I personally have quite a few religious friends.
I'm already leaning toward Emily as being the Christian. 2 red flags in the first, minute or 2 of this. 1 being, she said straight up atheist. And 2, she said love it when they said, what are your thoughts on deconverting people? Love it. I'm an atheist, but I don't actively try to deconvert people. Do I want to spread some awareness and some knowledge when I have it? Sure. But it's not the goal to deconvert anyone. The goal is more for the people who are already questioning, the people who are looking for answers, and the people who are leaving religion, for me anyways, is, that's the kind of people I want to talk to. And it's not trying to lead them anywhere. It's just having those conversations. So, Emily, my radar's going off on you.
I don't feel like deconverting them is the right way to go, just because if they find happiness in their religion, that's good for them.
You have to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Because if you come on too strong, then people are, immediately going to shy away.
Do you think it's moral?
I don't know. Do you?
Yeah, I do. I think if you can offer the sort of community and worldview that can sort of replace the hole that religion leaves, not just willy-nilly deconverting people, especially if maybe they can't handle the existential dread that comes along with it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that if people want to believe it, then it's okay. But there's also if someone is open to hearing about atheism, then I'm all about telling them about it. I had a boyfriend when I was in high school who grew up in a Christian home, but he was kind of I really don't know what I believe. And I was like, let me tell you about it.
That's when we strike.
Okay, so that round was horrifying.
Evan was so serious. And I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know how to respond to you.
I'm going to vote for Katie.
I think I'm going to vote for Nina this round.
Just because she didn't really speak much. Emily.
I think I'm going to go for Joey.
Nina.
Emily.
This round, I'm gonna have to vote for Emily. People who have a sunny disposition like me, I'm really suspicious of.
And the person eliminated this round is
Please don't be me.
Emily.
Sorry,
Oh my
Emily.
God.
That's probably who I would have thought would be the Christian. That's who I would have voted for too. But the last thing she said about the high school boyfriend did sound a little bit convincing to me. Ugh, I'm putting myself out there with this blind reaction. I don't know. I could be way off. Also, maybe Nina, because she didn't really say a whole lot. Of course, Evan has a poker face. Like I think, like somebody said, this is so challenging. It almost feels like Evan might be trying to overly do the serious thing, but I definitely don't think that Joey is a Christian. I think he's an atheist for sure. And I think that Katie and Raya are atheists. That's my initial thought, is that I think it could be Emily, Evan, Nina, or Joe. It's hard after just one round, so I guess we'll find out. I'm also halfway afraid that Jubilee's going to come after this video because I'm basically just playing the whole video and reacting to it, but please don't do that. I want this video to stay up. They have other videos like this that are cool too, so I think you should go check them out.
I think I was being too friendly.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I think people got that one wrong, but maybe.
How do your guys' families feel about you being atheist?
They're totally fine with it.
I don't think my parents really acknowledge the fact that I'm an atheist. I told my father once straight up I'm an atheist, and he took away my Kindle and my laptop for a week.
I actually haven't really told my father. He lives in Colombia, so I'm glad that he'll probably won't watch this video.
Whenever my mom is mad at me, she'll like bring up my atheism to like spite me, and I'm like, dude, you've known this for like 10 years. It's not going away. Like, just accept it.
At first, it was really difficult. I had a lot of arguments, and sometimes my parents would leave the room during the arguments. I learned how to be nicer about it and be a better communicator. Katie, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Assuming you have an atheist friend, how would you console that atheist friend after they had lost a loved one?
If you lose somebody, it's always going to be hard, regardless of whether you're Christian or atheist or whatever religion. I don't think that you should.
What would you say?
If you are atheist, I don't think you should fill this void with something else. Like, I don't want you going to Christianity or whatever religion to kind of help comfort you. And I think you should kind of deal with it and just, read more philosophy.
Let's do like a quick speed round of just like a book or an article or something specific and tangible that you've read as an atheist. I read The End of Faith by Sam Harris.
The Great Agnostic by Susan Jacoby, which is about Robert Ingersoll, who's an old orator from the 1800s.
Flying Spaghetti Monster Gospel, I think, is a great work of atheist literature.
The Anthropology of Rituals is actually very interesting, especially talking about, atheist rituals.
A lot of like Richard Dawkins stuff, like Christopher Hitchens.
Which Dawkins?
Honestly, I have no clue which ones, but like I'd like know like.
Uh-oh. I understand if you're on this, you might get a little nervous, or maybe she's just not a big reader. That's me too. I am trying to get into reading more and listen to more audiobooks and stuff, but I have books like God Is Not Great by Christopher Hitchens. I've had that book for years and never read it. I just don't read much. I spend too much time on my damn phone or on YouTube. So I can understand why she might not be able to rattle something off, but immediately it's like, okay, all these other people were able to list off books pretty quickly. I definitely think that the girl on top right, Rhea, is an atheist. Katie's a little quiet, so I'm getting a little suspicious there, but and also Evan is a little suspicious to me right now, just because if he knew he was coming on this, he would control that conversation about the book, and he would have something right there ready. So if he's asking this question, then he did like preparation. He probably just picked a book. If he's not an atheist, he's probably just picked a book and was like, okay, this Sam Harris book or whatever. Or maybe he even read the book and is a Christian. But I feel like him asking that question is a little bit of a red flag for me.
But you read the books?
No, like just like his articles and like his worldview kind of like stuff.
What's his career?
He's like some kind of like theorist. So basically, I have no idea really.
I actually studied philosophy in college at NYU.
Any atheist thinker that has inspired
No
you?
atheist thinkers. I mean, I've read a lot of philosophers.
Oh man, this is not looking good for Nina right now. I also noticed that she said Christopher Hitchens. She mispronounced his name. Now, Of course, you can be an atheist and not even be a Hitchens fan, or even you don't even have to know him. I mean, that's not what atheism is. It's not about there aren't these atheist leaders and stuff. But most atheists know Christopher Hitchens, and it sounded like she said Hitchens. Of course, she might have just, it might just be how she pronounces his name. But that is, I don't know. And she didn't know what Dawkins does for a living. That's a little sketch.
I mean,
Any
there's
moves? Any, stuff?
not one that I can point off the top of my head, no.
Interesting. Making it difficult.
That round was a little spicy. Freaking Joey is coming for me.
Joey was definitely the instigator.
I don't know what other people are thinking, but it's kind of suspicious that he's so over the top, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm going to vote for Nina again. Just don't believe her.
I'm the most suspicious of Katie, honestly.
Katie was acting a little suspicious. And she couldn't name any atheist works.
I'm going to change my strategy for this round. Instead of going for Joey, who's, kind of being over the top, I'm going to vote for Nina.
My vote is going to go for Katie.
I'm going to vote for Nina.
The votes are in, and we have a tie between Nina and Katie.
That's going to be interesting.
Each person will get 20 seconds to state your case.
Hey, guys, I have 20 tattoos on my body. My most recent one is a tarot card. Would a Christian have a tarot card tattoo on their body? I don't think so. I have a heart on my finger. I got when I was 16 years old, Stick and Poke by my ex-best friend. I've been watching The Amazing Atheist since I was 12 years old on YouTube. Repzion. I've gone to
Okay, so I believe in science. I think religion is a bunch of baloney. I think people just use it to kind of comfort themselves and give them, a sense of hope. But I think when you're an atheist, you have to look inward and you have to, really make your own decisions, and it allows you to be way more introspective. I think I have my nipples pierced.
Still feel like it's Nina.
I definitely believe Nina, so sorry, Katie.
I think I should stick to Katie.
I have my nipple pierced. Katie says she has her nipples pierced. I'm going to vote Nina.
Maybe she really is a Christian with pierced nipples, which is now something that none of us will ever forget.
And we still have a tie.
What?
So we're going into a second tiebreaker. We're going to give you both 20 more seconds.
Another 20 seconds. Okay.
Gloves are coming off now.
I think there's a lot of bad juju behind Christianity. I mean, they're homophobic. They're sexist. Why would I want to associate myself with a community like that? I had a friend she was completely open-minded and then read the Bible, and now she's super judgmental and Christian and carries a Bible with her everywhere, and it's awful. I mean, I've seen what she's become.
The reason that I left religion as a 13-year-old was because I was coming to terms with my sexuality. I'm gay. It didn't vibe with me. I felt really persecuted at a young age. So atheism was the first place where I felt accepted and myself and valuable, and that was really big for my growth and my development.
Okay, here's the deal about Nina. I think it's possible that she did become an atheist at 13, that she got tattoos, and that she's gay, and that she is into tarot cards and stuff, but so are some progressive Christians. Progressive Christianity is growing, so I think it's more likely that she is a Christian than Nina. What Nina said about the homophobic statement, to me makes me feel like she is an atheist. So, and I'm trying to look at everybody else's faces while they're talking. Like when she said homophobic, I'm looking like, did anybody have a reaction to that? Like, we're not homophobic. And Joe kind of raised my suspicions a little bit, but I'm also still on Evan because he's just so straight the whole time. Just, he might be trying to overdo I'm a serious atheist thing, but this shit's fun. I felt like Emily was the one, the person who got voted out first. I felt like she was the one, but if they're going to vote out Nina this time, I think maybe those were the two that I was thinking too. But I still got my eyes on Evan as a potential. I think if it wasn't Emily and it's not Nina, then Evan is the Christian.
I'm going to vote for Katie. Nina's anecdote was more specific, felt more real.
I think what Katie said was just definitely superficial.
I'm going to vote for Katie again.
Nina seems nervous. Katie just seems kind of pissed. Yeah, whatever. I'll just vote for Nina again.
And the person eliminated this round is Katie.
Oh.
I knew it.
I swear that Joey is like directing people to vote for me. He is the mole. I feel it in my heart.
That's funny because I feel like Joey is the one who is definitely not the mole. I feel like he's an atheist, but I don't know. I'm leaning toward of the people left, Nina or Evan right now as being the Christian. But maybe some people are just really good at this.
I have a question for Joe. You use a lot of religious language. How does your atheist lens fit into that?
Anthropology has been a very enlightening way for me. Has been a very revealing way. Has been a very revealing way for me to like see atheism in its beauty. I actually did want to ask about about rituals that we follow that are not associated to religion. So Nina, I talked about having your tarot card. I also do a little bit of tarot. I like following the horoscope as well, and seeing the stars.
I love Evan's reaction here.
Joey and I are like, if they believe in tarot cards, what else might they believe in?
I feel like astrology is irrational, is believing in God. I don't know. I just don't understand the basis of it.
Because that's ascientific.
You should find meaning wherever you want to find meaning in. And I think, I'm a Taurus sun, Cancer moon and rising, with Venus in Pisces. It's like,
even if I did believe in astrology, I wouldn't say this in an atheism game.
If you want me to roll my eyes really hard, then talk about astrology. I'm like that gif of Stanley from The Office.
Yeah, this is a bold strategy.
Nina just seems like she's nervous. I'm just going to call that out.
Well, she was almost eliminated the last round, so I feel like that's pretty valid.
You. I'm also a Leo sun, so I'm very extroverted. For me, astrology and tarot card reading, whatever, it's just it's fun. It's really fun for me to think about the stars and think about our connection with the world around us.
Ria, you've been kind of quiet. So what's one thing about religion that you have a moral issue with?
There's not a specific aspect of Christianity I take issue with. I was severely depressed in middle school, and I actually used to pray significantly, not just to the Hindu gods, to God in general as a concept. And I didn't get better from that. And then I went to high school. I started actually seeking real help. I saw therapy, and I realized that I could provide comfort for myself in a way apart from religion.
Okay, the one that I'm sure is an atheist is Ria. And I think that Joey is too. My questions are the other three. I feel like Evan might be acting a little bit. And Joe, I don't feel like has really talked enough. He did just mention all the astrology stuff, and so did Nina. But I kind of feel like I said earlier, that Nina might be a progressive Christian. She might have been an atheist for a while, and now she believes. I guess we'll see.
With the astrology stuff,
I'm a classic atheist, man. That rubs me wrong.
My vote today is going to go for Evan. He hasn't really added anything valuable to the conversation, in my opinion.
Eeny, meeny, miny, Joe.
I'm going to vote for Joe this time.
I think I'm going to go with Evan.
I'm going to have to vote for Evan this round. I'm a Leo sun, Cancer moon, Sag rising. Sorry, buddy.
And the person eliminated this round is Evan.
What? I really thought it was gonna be me.
I'll take it as a compliment. Maybe I seem. No, it's not a compliment. I'm not what I'm saying. This is totally ridiculous.
Wow, that was surprising. It went from Nina almost getting eliminated to her getting 0 votes, and now Evan is out. I still feel like Evan could possibly have been the mole, but it could still be Nina. I'm feeling like the other three, definitely Ria and Joey, are atheists. I'm pretty sure. So Nina and Joe could still be Christians, but this is so hard.
Give me a thumbs up if you want to continue the game. If not, give me a thumbs down if you think you already caught the mole and want to end the game now.
I don't really know what to do right now. Oh my god, I'm panicking. I don't know what to.
They voted. We're ending the game.
I completely regret my decision.
Wow, they're voting to end the game. I feel like they got the mole out. I still think it could be Nina though. But my first thought was Emily, who was the first person out. But maybe she's just a little too. Maybe she was just a little too obvious. I guess we're going to find out the results.
If the color turns green, you guys win. If it's red, You all lost, and the mole is still in the
Joe's
game.
looking pretty smug down there.
In 3, 2, 1.
Yeah! That's great. We won.
All right, so they got the mole out. I think that the mole was Emily or Evan. Definitely one of those two. I didn't get to see enough of Emily. I felt my first instinct was her. But then I started kind of leaning Evan too, because he was being a little too serious and a little too, I felt like he was acting. So I'm going to guess the mole was Emily, and Evan would be my second guess.
That's great. We won.
You got the mole out.
I got stuck with two astrology believers. You guys, this is like...
My t-shirt is an astrology t-shirt.
That's an astrology shirt?
It's an astrology shirt. I don't even believe in it. It's just a cool design.
The game is over and the atheists have won. That means that the winners will be receiving a cash prize, and we're also going to be gifting them the Akintu experience.
Okay. Now, this is the part where you need to put in the comments who you think it was, not after the fact. I want your real guess, or, you know, at least wait till the end of the video and then comment and say, I was right, I was wrong, because don't lie now. Don't freaking lie. I will.
Who is it?
Will the mole please raise your hand in 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
No.
Yes, I was right. My initial 2 red flags were correct. That she said love it when they were talking about deconverting people, and when she said I'm just a straight up atheist. Those were my first 2 red flags, because that's not normally things that atheists say most of the time. Most of the ones that I know. Boom! In your face, Emily. Gotcha. Okay, if you want to watch the rest of the video and you want to watch Emily explain her story and her strategy, then you're going to have to click the link and go over to the Jubilee video and watch the original. So do that. Let me know down below if you were right or if you were wrong. If you liked this video, then go ahead and hit that thumbs up. It helps to show my videos to more atheists and ex-Christians. Thank you to all of my lovely, lovely patrons. And until next time, let logic and reason guide the way. Peace out.